A Square press release came out today. This is extremely small. Hold on a second. And yeah, a big part of the news is that the PlayStation 5 PC versions of the game are about to undergo a permanent price reduction on February 9th. The standard edition in US dollars is $49.99. So even the other ones, we were just talking about this, dude, how it's like, dude, the game is still 70 bucks. I mean, it goes on sale for like 35 usually. Who knows what it's going to be in other regions? I don't know. That boils down to an additional 23 gift subs. That's pretty much it, dude. The exact same rate that FF7 Remake came out, and we're the only ones. You know what? Yeah, we're not the entirety of the world, bro. That is pretty much the way it is. Last night, people said I was crazy. They're devaluing their product. They'll never do that. It's on Nintendo. That's crazy. Although, it puts us in a pretty peculiar situation. That press release and permanent price drop. Well, the game's not out on Switch 2 until June. There's a couple of things that are happening here that we need to break down. The yapping begins. Looking at this from a broader perspective of just like, they're saying that there's going to be a ton of FF7 news this year. They're saying that there's going to be more remake, compilation, any of this kind of stuff news than ever before in 2026. So why is that any different? Well, it's because they're actually launching 3 different Final Fantasy campaigns, if not multiple games, this year. Let's start thinking about it. This game drops on June 3rd, which is a few days before Summer Games Fest, which lines up exactly with an announcement right after Summer Games Fest. I mean, we just got Remake not that long ago on Switch, and here we are. The promotional period for Rebirth is right here. So yeah, it makes perfect sense that we're gonna get a Part 3 reveal, like a big reveal of Part 3, the debut at Summer Games Fest. I was in the same boat. And then the price drop thing happened, where as soon as February 9th, they are now saying the game is going to permanently be dropping in price for all the existing consoles it's out on. Not Xbox, because it's not out there yet. Every single version of the game is about to drop in price. That isn't happening on the same date it debuts on Xbox and Nintendo. That's not June 3rd, dude. It's February 9th. It's in a few days. Why would you not wait until it launches on the other platforms to make it be significantly cheaper for everything? The only other thing that has not been confirmed is this potential mystery state of play. The same people that were saying that there was going to be a Nintendo Direct on today were also saying that there was going to be a state of play in a week. That being said, there's very little reason for them to discount the games this early, unless something's about to happen. It's almost like you need to lower the barrier of entry because there is about to be more people playing it. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think there's a shadow drop of anything happening immediately. They're not technically shadow dropping the price drop of the game, but the only reason to have this moment right now for there to be a price drop would usually revolve around something, that there's going to be more eyes and ears on this than usual. I was completely on board that it was like, damn, dude, yeah, if this state of play doesn't happen, I truly feel this. If there is no state of play in the next week or so, and there is no announcement for one, then I truly believe it's Summer Games Fest. We're just gonna have to wait, dude, which is fine. More time to speculate and see how the heck FF7 Rebirth works on Switch and all that kind of stuff. More time for that. But if there is actually a state of play next week and it's announced around Tuesday, I think it's fucking happening. I think we're close. I think we're really close. If that price drop did not happen, then I don't think we would be discussing this. But the permanent price drop was announced for a few days from now, right before what would be a potential state of play. This is all completely speculative. This is all completely just hoping that there's going to be something there. The bigger question is this shit going to launch day and date multi-platform? And that we still don't know. However, there have been some pretty huge speculations and rumors over the past, I would say, 14 days. Similar people that were saying that FF7 Rebirth was going to show up at the Nintendo Direct were also saying that, yeah, it's day and date. It's coming out on everything. And that's the whole reason why they're trying to get the Switch version out as soon as possible. There will be an eventual, like, 6 to 8 month buildup to potentially the release of the game on every single platform. PC, Xbox, Switch 2, and PlayStation. That is the best case scenario, dude. There will be a pretty decent 6-month waiting period where everyone's just waiting for this shit to come out on every single system, and everyone's gonna kind of be a part of it. A lot of what's going down at Square right now kind of rides on their ability to get their audience back, because they've effectively like relegated it to exclusivity checks over the past 10 plus years. It has not worked out. We're at a spot now, which is interesting because Square feels like they have to try. And it isn't like they haven't been trying. You can see the effort when the effort is made. But over the past 5 years, that could be varying levels of effort and success. where it's like, ugh. At this point, this is kind of like, oh, can the company stay afloat with their core franchises? Can this work? That's the end of my rant about what today tells us in terms of what the future means, how the next week, how the next 6 months, 5 months are going to effectively play out. The longest running feelings that I have had is that, yeah, dude, after the 30-year anniversary is literally at the end of January in next year, genuinely feel that game's coming out late January, sometimes February. If these announcements start happening, if this stuff is getting close to that potential reality, if that state of play is announced, dude, right around a price drop, bro, if you guys are looking forward to and excited about this stuff, I legit feel, I'm not even kidding you about this, that the chances go up to like 90%. It's like a 90% reveal chance. Try to keep your expectations in check. I am, okay? Listen, I am. Expectations are in check.